Hey, how you doing? I'm Adam Post. I'm publisher of College of the Dead, publisher of G.I. Jackrabbits, publisher of The Mermaids, and 1,000 independent comic books. A lot of comic book publishing. I've been around the block a few times. And tonight I'm doing a video because I just saw this tweet from Comic Artist Pro Secrets, Ethan Van Sciver, and he copied a message that Mike Miller is sending around. Mike S. Miller, Smiller. And this is something I want to help people translate and understand if they haven't been around the block a few times in terms of business, or if they're not familiar with working with our friend Mike S. Miller. I'm going to get into it. Before I do, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. I want to make sure you get every video I do on these very fascinating comic book and business-related subjects that I do. So here's this message, okay? I'm going to get the full tweet. So Ethan tweets Smiller, that's his nickname, Smiller's message to SJW people in comics, meaning people who do comics who are SJWs. I think this also extends, though, to anyone who is, just to be honest, foolish enough to trust Mike Miller. And when I say foolish, what I mean is, look, you know, I'm 50 now, so I've been around the block a few times, and I didn't realize how important it is to have a reputation, but it's crucial. You know, you learn that in business as you've been in business for a while for yourself. You realize it's one thing that not everyone has to say great things about you, but you need to have some professional relationships where people will say, yeah, I've done business with this guy. He's good. I've done business with this guy. I'm currently working with him. He's good. I did business with this guy. Something didn't work out, but you know what? He took care of it. And that guy is real solid. You know, you have to have at least a few people you can work with that can say that about you. Now, I don't know, frankly, if Mike has these professional references or not. I know I do. I know the people that I hang around with do. I know the people I hang around with in Comicsgate have good reputations. I know that there are people that try to demonize them. I know that there are people that don't like them. However, I see how these guys act, and I see how they look out for each other and what they do. And, you know, with respect to Mike Miller, he's attacked me for no reason. He's attacked everyone associated with me for no reason. He's got these imaginary feelings about what his entitlement is in comic books and being an artist. He thinks he's a better artist than everyone else is. So he's a very strange character. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little time to translate what Mike wrote here in case anyone received this message and they're kind of thinking about what he has to say. So Mike says here, to my comic creator friends out there who just got told to put their pencils down by their publisher, don't do it. What Mike is talking about here is many comic book creators, as Ethan's been warning, as I've been warning, we're due to be told to stop working. And pencils down is a phrase that kind of came through the industry. I'm going to take a guess that it was probably some of these SJW editors that came up with the cute phrase themselves, pencil down. Who knows? But talented people like Larry Hama and, Larry Hama was in Bleeding Cool. It was a article on him specifically, but without naming any names, because there's some people that I know of that it might not be public. But yes, a lot of professionals have been told, stop working on comic books because recently the industry sort of seized up and collapsed, comics being sold to comic book stores. Not crowdfunding. We're extremely successful with crowdfunding. My current campaign is bigger than my prior campaign. It's doing much, much better. But, and I'm certainly not the only one, but in comic book stores, the industry is sort of devastated. And even the major publishers, Marvel, DC, IDW, Image are telling their creative people, hey, watch out, we're probably not going to publish the comics we thought we were going to publish. Stop working. We don't want to pay you anymore. So what Mike is doing is he's trying to target those people and let them know that, if they've been told by their publisher, which pretty much is nearly every comic book creator at this point, put your pencils down. We don't want to keep paying you. Mike is telling you, don't put those pencils down. Mike is telling you, hey, don't waste your time. Take advantage of it. Get together with other creators and create your own books, your own universe, and get into the crowdfunding game. So basically what Mike is doing is he's saying, hey, don't worry about not having a job. It's not important. You don't need money. What you can do is just be a successful person by going from not being involved in crowdfunding to immediately just jumping into crowdfunding and replacing your income. Now, that's terrible advice. If you have access to people who can really legitimately help you with crowdfunding, and we do that in Comicsgate. We help each other. We have promotional channels on YouTube. Some of us have email lists. We have other social media like Twitter that we successfully use to promote projects we do. It doesn't mean it's a guaranteed income for anybody, but with Comicsgate, we've proven that if you produce a good color comic book like College of the Dead, right now it's not enormous success, but it's got 2 days left. It's raised $15,578 so far. It's a 48-page color comic book. Very likely I'll extend the campaign another 30 days and stay in demand until the next release of College of the Dead. At its current pace, College of the Dead will probably generate at least twice what it's generated so far, a good $30,000, and that is profitable. We've got more College of the Dead coming. We've got these other titles coming. So this is a successful business now. And my customer list, my customer satisfaction just continues to grow as I publish and promote with the Comicsgate group. Because we're a group of successful people. We're a group of people that know how to make comic books. Alternatively, Mike is telling you to just get together with a bunch of creators and just make some comics. Now, here's his education. Over 100 comic book projects have made over $100,000 on Kickstarter. Others have done well on Indiegogo. What Mike's not telling you there is the most successful projects have been on Indiegogo. Ethan Van Sciver's Cyberfrog generating over $1 million, and currently Cyberfrog, and last time I looked, the sequel, just the number 2 book, is over $440,000 by my last count. It's in that neighborhood. It's going to go higher than that. It'll probably do at least twice that by the time it's done. And that's just one of Ethan Van Sciver's projects. Though Ethan works like a madman and promotes his books very well. Okay, so as Mike's saying, well, there's no guarantee you're going to make that kind of money. It only takes a few hundred fans buying your book to make it worthwhile if you do it right! Exclamation point. All right. Mike says he's happy to help anyone with bring their fan base to crowdfunding. And he hopes if you all band together, cross-promote, which actually is not really well written here, we can save each other during this difficult time for our industry. So what Mike is saying is, just to be clear, hey, I can make you rich. Maybe you'll make over $100,000. I can't guarantee it, but over 100 people have. So all I need is access to your fan base, your email list, your social media, so I can market my Donald Trump comic book, which he's working on now, to your fans, and I can make money off of you. Now, Mike is offering to cross-promote. Mike has not been a big cross-promoter. Mike's been very selfish about just promoting his work and expecting other people to promote his work, and then trying to demonize people for not promoting him enough. But that said, that's been my experience with Mike Miller. Ask around. Ask people even close to Mike, who is he promoting? What other campaigns has he promoted successfully? Versus what has he done for himself? And look, I'm not trying to attack Mike. Mike attacked me recently a couple of weeks ago because I only had, at the time, 90 backers when he attacked me. And my campaign was far from done. And it was doing much better than the first time around. because I did one prior to this that after 8.5 months did $10,600, which for me was good because I didn't have a big following. So I have big background in comics, but not a big social media following. But he attacked me for that, to mock me, which I didn't appreciate. I thought was very unprofessional as well and completely unnecessary. But it was a way for Mike to attack Comicsgate, the people who helped him in the past. That's my relationship with Mike. That's my history with, that's most of it. So in any case, here's Mike saying, yeah, he's going to help you. All you need to do is give him your fan base and cross-promote with him. And he's going to show you how to be successful. He's telling you, hey, dummy, give me access to your fan base because I want to sell my comic to your fan base. He'll bring you on his YouTube channel and basically just try to lure any fans you have over to him so he can sell them stuff. So here's Mike saying, what else does this goofball say? Okay, comics will survive this. Mike is telling you what comics are going to survive, as if he would know. He's not, okay, anyway, I'll stay on topic. And no, you don't have to join with unsavory people just because they have a big YouTube platform. You don't have to join with anyone. And unsavory is disgusting to say that people are unsavory. Those 100+ Kickstarter success stories weren't YouTube personalities. But you have to work together. Left, right, center isn't about politics. It's about keeping your careers and our industry alive while those who cut your checks have cut you off. So Mike's not going to cut you off. He's going to protect you and take care of you. Just give him all of your social media list. And don't worry about getting a job or anything like that. Don't worry about income. You could just count on Mike. He's going to make sure you're going to get all the money you need in the world. First of all, he hasn't done this for anyone else. He's literally done it for no one else. Ethan Van Sciver helped do it for me. Ethan Van Sciver helped do it for probably another 50 people. Go look around. Go hashtag Comicsgate and ask Mike Miller who were all the people he helped. And this isn't an Ethan versus Mike thing. This is a just kind of buyer beware thing before you connect with a guy like Mike Miller and give him your fan base. Your fan base is precious. The reason you have a fan base, if you have one, is because you've been working on it for years and you've built up a reputation. So when you align your reputation with someone else, just be careful of who you're going to align it with. That's my suggestion. I'm not happy with how Mike has been treating people. That's why I'm making this video. I don't like how he disrespected me. I don't like how he disrespected people who've helped me and people who I see help other people. And why does he disrespect other people? Because he's got so much freaking pride that he thinks he's a better artist than everyone else, that he's somehow more deserving than everyone else. I certainly do not agree. That said, Mike says he's happy to help anyone, whether you called him an ist or a phobe in the past. It's not the time to hold grudges. It's not the time to hold on to your fan base either, apparently, and protect it from Mike's reputation. First make sure he ships the book that he currently has that's late. He has 2 books that are late currently that he took $178,000 for, Lone Star 2, from fans, from consumers. He took their money while he was still part of Comicsgate, which is why he sold so much of that book. He took their money, didn't deliver their book yet, and it's currently late. That's serious. Now, I understand people are late, and that's fine. But he needs to get that book out before he starts making promises about reputation and unsavory people. And secondly, he took another $18,000 for a reprint of Lone Star 1. Another $18,000. So that's almost $200,000 that he's taken from people. Now, ship the comics is really the message is ship the comics. And then start talking about how savory and how reputable you are in comparison to other people. In any event, Mike is offering you the opportunity to be better than other people and to not be petty and to not have squabbles and be hateful. And, just ask around about Ethan Van Sciver from people that he's worked with and is currently working with. Ask around about Mike Miller, about people he's worked with in the past. and people he's currently working with, and ask around about Adam Post. All right, and about people I'm working with and people I've worked with in the past. I wish Mike Miller the best. If you are one of these freelancers that's been told pencils down, and just investigate people. Talk to them. I'm not saying that go peek into their windows. I'm saying by investigate. If you are one of these freelancers, or contractors who's been told pencils down by publishers, by all means, check out hashtag Comicsgate. Talk to a few of those people. Talk to people they've worked with. There are going to be people that are jealous. There are going to be people that demonize other people. You see how people talk about other people. Find out what their reputations are. If you want to associate with other people, then yeah, by all means, you can do very well by connecting with Comicsgate if it's a good fit for you. Comicsgate is about respecting the creators, respecting fans, delivering things as promised, when promised. And if Comicsgate books are late, the creators feel terrible about it, and you hold them responsible, and they deliver. But check it out for yourself. Ask around about Comicsgate. Find out about people who've worked with Ethan Van Sciver, or people that have worked with me, Adam Post, or anyone else in Comicsgate, and ask the same about Mike Miller. Find out what his reputation is and what people say about him. And if you're going to work with other people, you should always ask about them and find out what their reputation is all about. Be very careful with who you decide to endorse with your fan base and your reputation. Be careful who you deal with. I will see you soon. If I don't see you, I will miss you.